So you have clicked on the description of this video and you might be wondering what on earth is this and what it has to do with prog rock music or this whole Ozul prog rock project from Norway. So I'm gonna try to give you some answers, because this is me, this is Paulo, the guy behind all of these Ozul's craziness. I am the only guy behind the whole project doing basically everything, not just basically, literally everything, from guitars, vocals, the songwriting, the sound engineer, the mixing and mastering. And you know, as a solo artist, you're always advised, oh, you have to make more content, you have to connect to your audience. That is very easy said and done, but I got this idea. I mean, I thought I can do it just my own way. Anyways, there's a few people that listens to the music, and so that's the freedom of being such a small artist and being in control of literally everything, because nobody cares and you can do whatever you want. So I just got this idea of this thing that you're watching right now, which I'm going to call, or I'm calling, the Provenance Trails. Provenance being the first record that I've made with under the name of Ozul. And I like that name, so this is the Provenance Trails, and this is my own way to try to give something to you. Here's the thing. This is how this is going to be. This is really the only thing that you're going to watch is me walking these trails here in Bergen, Norway, where I make all the music and the songwriting and writing and mastering, and even the bloody graphic design and the music videos I make alone. But what I've done is that I've tried to make some episodes, some different hikes, because I'm really fond of hiking here in Norway. It's beautiful. Perhaps right now you only see a little bit outgrown trail, but soon you'll see some more stuff. I mean, just look at the light. It's already beautiful. It's late summer and the light is starting to change towards a little bit more of an autumn feeling. And it's quite nice, don't you think? But anyways, I've made a list of several episodes, several hikes that I want to make in this video series. And what I've done is I've made some kind of order, but since it's just me just babbling alone, I've asked our robot overlords, artificial intelligence, to make me a list of questions per episode or per hike. So I just ask me some questions to talk about this on this particular hike. I just send it to myself on an email. Here or there. I haven't read them, just copied and pasted. I'm going to try to go through the questions that our robot overlords have given me to talk during this trail, while you see this beautiful Norwegian landscape. And you look at that. You will get some answer, I guess, as to why on earth am I doing this. Let's see if I find the questions. And at least I also get some hours of massaging my poor little heart and getting my fat ass out of the mixing table. Let's see. So what is this? Is the first question, or is the Provenance Trails? Well, I guess you got some kind of answer it's just me walking these trails and trying to talk about a little bit of the music, the process, the philosophy behind what is Ozul, and yeah, trying to connect with the audience in a way, in my own strange and non-fashionable way, I guess. Isn't that a bit prog as well? I mean, I don't think that the prog genre is very upset or obsessed about what everybody thinks or what is super popular at the moment, and you see that in the numbers of how many people listen to prog. But I mean, who cares? It's what we like, right? And the very wonderful thing about the prog community is that even though there are small numbers of listeners, with my little audience, I have seen how dedicated they are. I am very dedicated as an audience as well, and as a fan of many bands. So, I almost tripped. So I guess that dedication makes it up for. But okay, now I'm digressing, as I always do. Let's see. Why? My friend AI asks, why are you here with a camera instead of the studio? What is the purpose of this series? Well, I talked a little bit about that already. The why is, you know, that's an artist. You listen. You have to make playthroughs, and people have to hear your voice and see you in the studio. And at the same time, I'm so fed up. I mean, all respect for people who can do that. But there's so much of that content, and I thought I'm just going to make something radically different, and perhaps the most boring thing you can make. You'll see. We'll see. You let me know. You let me know if this is complete crap. So why do this? Yeah, the studio. I'm not in the studio because I think there's a lot of that content out there, and it's nice, but you know, there's something. I mean, look at this. This is a bit of a reason of why I am out here, because for me and Ozul, the project Ozul is I feel like all of this stuff is almost like my co-producer, if you know what I mean. I am so alone in this project, and it's such a thing of mine that these hikes, even before I started doing this series that I'm doing now with this video, the thing about going out and hiking like this, it's so directly tied to the inspiration to the music, or the thing about going out and trying to sort out your own thoughts, even if it's not related to music. It can be related to music, like, what can be the concept for the next album and all that stuff. But getting out on these trails, which are plenty here in Norway. I mean, look at this. This is fucking 5 minutes from my home, walking. You have to appreciate, well, I have to pinch myself often and kind of remind me how bloody lucky I am. So the why this series, because, as I said, this is kind of my co-producer, and it changes all year round. I might take the same trail 3 months later, and it's going to be completely different, and that's kind of magic to me. So that's a bit of the why, I guess. Oh, have to be careful. And let's see. Next question. Okay, I'm losing my, just watching the beautiful landscape. Let's see. Yeah, so try to welcome people. The AI says, yeah, well, I've been welcoming and asking and telling you about how these landscapes connect with the project. So I guess and hope that you might get some value out of this, if it's just to listen or try to picture how it'd be to walk along on a Norwegian forest or mountain, winter, autumn, summer or spring, and as well kind of follow my own process of writing new music for Ozul. I guess you would hear as well how much of these walks kind of help and inform my writing and creative process, the ways in which it might also connect to my struggles and doubts. And especially now you're here. How bad is my fucking shape, man? Bloody hell. So that might be an added benefit for me. Getting some fucking better shape, man. Let's see. Another question. So, yeah. Mission statement. AI says, like a bloody CEO. But the mission statement, I guess I've told you. It's kind of get along with the hike, get along with me on different hikes. Hear how the music is taking shape or not taking shape, or how I might get in shape. Oh, bloody hell. I don't know, in video, this might be not so impressive when you look at it on camera, but oh yeah, by the way, did you know that I am a filmmaker? So I'm also trying to get some of my filmmaker chops here reduced to a bare minimum. No fancy angles, no drone shots, not even myself in the picture, which is kind of a trademark of Ozul. I don't want Ozul to be about my face, you know, or about my stunning lack of handsomeness. I want it to be about more the music and the artistic intent. So that's part of the mission statement. I mean, it's not my face, it's not me at the studio with a guitar in my hand trying to fake that I can pull off a guitar solo in one take, which I never will. Most likely never will be able to. But I mean, perhaps you can share some time hearing me talk here in the wilderness. And yeah, in that sense, you might want to engage with some of this that I'm talking to. Either you are someone who listened to Ozul, to the first or the second record, or is just jumping in. Perhaps you're a fellow musician. I don't know. But this might be my own. The mission is as well, as I told you about the beginning, the mission is also to try to answer to that pressure we musicians and artists have of churning out content. But I'm going to try to do that. Yes, okay. Slutt å mase, so we see it in Norwegian. I'm trying to do that. Okay, feed the bloody reels to Instagram and YouTube and leave me alone. But my mission is at the same time to try to do it in a way that feels... How can I say this without being cancelled? I want to try to do this in a way that feels original, or at least honest to me. So what can, let's see, last question. Fucking hell. Okay. So what's next? What's next is more walks, different mountains, different trails, different seasons, speaking about different parts of what constitutes the Ozul sound, what is my creative process, what are some of my thoughts, and the intent of different projects that are there in the oven that I am going to hopefully being able to share with you while you hang up here with me doing some Provenance trails deep in the forest or high in the mountains or down to the sea, where all these things, all this nature has a direct connection to who I am, what is Ozul, and definitely informs and has a lot to do with the Ozul sound. See ya. I had to end the video. I almost forgot to do the thing that, of course, you were always waiting for me to do, because it's the thing that we like the most about all these videos, right? So if you want more of these, subscribe to my channel and help me reach at least 2 subscribers before next week and all that shit. I mean, look at this. Right, if you want to subscribe, subscribe. If you don't, don't. I just appreciate that you watched until the end. And see you soon.